This is a three-part video that talks about HIV/AIDS, the slander, jokes, and the ignorance that is out there. Hope you get something out of this. Let's promote awareness about HIV/AIDS. Don't forget to check out the other videos as well. Let me know any comments you have. Thanks.
Now, this topic should never be a never-ending topic that we should never forget because it's affecting everyone. We know people who are infected, and some of us and most of everybody else is affected by HIV/AIDS. And we need to start talking about it. So, number one, the numbers can stay down. Number two, people can get educated and not be ignorant towards HIV/AIDS. Number three, just be there for one another. Not automatically judge someone just because they're HIV positive or have an AIDS diagnosis. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody didn't catch HIV through sexual intercourse. Some people were born with it. Some people was using dirty needles during the time they was into intravenous drug use. And, I mean, people make mistakes. And back in the day, hemophiliacs, there's numerous ways of how HIV was transmitted and were transmitted. But to get to what I want to talk about, it's the issue with DJ Cypher Sounds from Hot 97. He's part of the conversation. But it's miraculous that he now stirred up this controversy as far as he doesn't mess with women who are from Haiti because he's afraid of catching HIV, and that's why he's HIV negative. Well, I can see that you're trying to make a joke and you're trying to clean it up on Twitter, but I'm glad in a way that you started some controversy with that, and even though it was a joke, I don't know if you meant it or not, but it's getting people talking. It's making people mad, and it's making people talk about it instead of putting it to the side like everyone else do. It's a lot of responses from women, of course, and from the Haitian community. Now, it takes one person to bring up HIV/AIDS who's known to the community of, the radio stations and things like that. But when you have certain trending topics like HIV positive on Twitter, everybody's up in uproar like, why are they trending about HIV positive? Oh, that's nasty. All those people who are HIV positive are nasty. They should be quarantined. I had one person, y'all see it in my other video, but I had this one person say that all HIV/AIDS victims should be quarantined and should be put away from people who are HIV negative because they're going to be the cause of them getting contracting HIV/AIDS. Wow. So, of course I responded. I'm the Nubian warrior within this field. So I said, wow. I said, oh really? Get tested. So she replies back saying, F you, you better go get tested, and I am educated. Okay, whatever. So I said, well, you need to read my bio because it clearly states that I'm HIV positive, and I know my status because I went and got tested. Not because I wasn't feeling sick, not because because of this and that, just went for regular routine. And I never would have known if I had never went to that regular routine. So I replied back to her, and it was another person that was that retweeted the message, and it wasn't directly at the person who retweeted the message. I was referring to the one who started it. So she replies back saying, well, I should be able to speak my mind and give my opinion and things like that. I said, okay, you know what? There's a fine difference between opinion and ignorance. And as far as I see it right now, you're being ignorant. That's so crazy and so stupid of you to say something like that, especially if you're educated. You never know who is watching, like I was. I just happened to type in HIV and joke within a search of Twitter and saw her comment. Anybody could be seeing that. A family member, a friend, or somebody that knows her and that is going through this difficult moment and stage and, life crisis, they could have been like, you know what, I don't even want to be bothered with her. I'm afraid to come out here and say that I'm positive. I'm afraid to even come out and try to help others to see that this could affect everybody and anybody. HIV doesn't discriminate towards anybody. Stuff like that can keep a person from coming out and speaking their mind. Just like what Cypher Sound said about the HIV positive Haitian women. Come on, you make a person not want to come out and just be them, to talk about it. A person who is HIV positive don't talk about their problems. They basically killing themselves slowly. Basically, I know for me, if I don't talk about my problems, I'm going to be in the most depressing stage, and if I don't talk about it, it's not helping me. And I notice within myself, even though I continue to go that route of not talking to nobody because of the things that I see, the things that I hear, and the ridicule that you get, and the judgment and the rejection that you get from people. So things like this, people just have to be mindful. I'm all for opinions and I'm all for the jokes, but when you add HIV into it, it's not a joke. Because if it hits you, and you see a joke about HIV, you're going to get upset.
Don't forget to check out part 2 of 3, Stopping the Ignorance and Educating with a Personal Story, at the door. Thanks.